Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Peaky Blinders. This episode 3 of season 2. Hopefully, guys, have been enjoying the series so far. The first 2 episodes have been really good, really interesting. You know, the Peaky Blinders, Tommy is trying to expand the company business. He's trying to venture out into London. And obviously, we've seen in the first episode that they caused a bit of chaos, ended up fighting with a few people. And then obviously, they retaliated with attacking Tommy and taking Ada at the end of the episode, with only Campbell coming to save them. Well, we obviously seen the start of this episode that Tommy was in the hospital and Campbell come over and tried to obviously like show his position of dominance. I'm in charge of you. I know you killed that guy for the Irish people. I know you buried his body and you now work for me. That's pretty much what he said. And it's interesting because obviously he's working with Churchill. Tommy's actually wrote a letter to Churchill saying, mate, I'd be honoured to work for you and do whatever task that you want, but I have a question in return. You know, I would like to ask if you can speak to other foreign nations and see if they can open the transport routes, you know, through the different docks so that I can pass my goods to each different country. Now, obviously, he was playing on the heartstrings of being soldiers and fighting in war, and he was saying, hopefully, you won't treat a fellow soldier any different than, obviously, like, considering that I'm a gangster, pretty much. Like, Campbell was going mad, saying, we can't do this, where Churchill turned around and said, look, mate, it's a small price to pay, to obviously, to get somebody to do the dirty work that we want to do. Now, this offer is going to be on the table until we take Tommy out and he's finished. So, yes, you can carry on, and you could take him, you could drop him, put him on the rope after he's completed the task for us, and right now, we'll keep the shipping yards open, we'll let him go. It'll only take a few phone calls and sit downs with a couple of the foreign ministers, and everybody's happy in this current situation. So that's really interesting. We also had Tommy obviously visit London to try and cut a deal with another gang rival, and it turns out that Tom Hardy is the person in charge. Very intense, really good acting. You know, Tommy kind of looked pretty scared. He pulled a gun out on him as well, put it in his face. I don't know if it was meant to happen or if it was just absolutely coincidental, but his nose started bleeding. Tommy's in that scene and it looked amazing. And then we didn't see how it finished, but we was told by, you know, one of the spies, the informants on the inside, that Tommy was seen hugging him and he was drinking and he left in good ways. Now, Tommy's obviously spreading his cash around as well. His accountants told him to obviously put it in a few assets, and he's bought Ada a house in London and he's bought Polly a house as well. Now, Ada, she's buzzing. She's got a 4-story house, finally somewhere to live with her, obviously with her daughter. But Polly, she's struggling. She's up and down. She's all over the place. She's struggling with the fact that obviously her kids were taken away from her. She's been having dreams that her daughter's come and speaking to her and she's died. And she's trying to figure out what's happened to her. Well, Tommy's been on a mission. He's trying to find it. And he's found out that she's actually has died, which is really sad. But her son's still alive. Now, he went to see his son and obviously told him that his mum's looking for him. And Polly really wants to know his location. She pulled a gun on Tommy. Tell me, tell me, tell me. He said, I can't tell you. This is the whole reason. The guy's under 18. You'll go there. You'll cause a scene. They'll come and arrest you and you'll be taken away forever. She was absolutely fuming. She got drunk. She ended up sleeping with a guy. She's doing a walk of shame the next day. And as she come to her house, her son stood at the front door. He's saying, is this where you live? You know, I'm looking for this this person. I figured out that, you know, she might be my mother. And obviously she's scared, or I don't know, she's shocked. She dropped the keys, he's picked it up, he's opened the door, and she smiled, and then the episode ended. So really, really interesting. Can't wait to see how we go with that one. Hopefully, guys, enjoyed today's episode. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 3 of season 2 of Peaky Blinders.
He was murdered this morning in a street show in the Pat. He was Irish. Is he a person of interest to your department, sir?
King has offered the rebel Irish a treaty. Now, some of the Fenians want to accept it. The IRA do not. I'm going to be up and down from London quite a bit. I'm going to need some lodgings. Can you help me with that? I have no regrets about my previous mission in this city. It's funny that I developed feelings.
No idea what you're talking about, sir.
I have no regrets about what happened with Miss Burgess.
It's interesting that Tommy burnt her letter though last episode. He didn't even read it.
All right then.
No. Did this kid like Billy the Kid?
What are you?
Wait. It's not a real gun.
Look how fast he
Made
was.
of wood.
Very nice. Where'd you get the gun belt?
My sister made it.
You ever been arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Good. You're the first bloke we've had in here today with no criminal record.
Oh, that means eyes are not going to be on
You
him.
can stand him up. First offence, you'll get a week inside. We'll give you £5 for your trouble. How does that sound, cowboy?
Yeah.
Just tell him your address and we'll send someone round.
If the sheriff don't run you out of town first.
Hey, that was pretty good, that. That is true, mate. You got to look at them all in a different light. But what's interesting as well is, like you say, mate, you get someone fresh and green, you know, little slap on the wrist for the first time, no big punishment. Also, it's less likely that people are going to be tailing you, looking at you, coming after you, because they're not going to think that you've got any association. So it's decent. It's quite clever.
The man who came to the house, he's driving a push car. He looks rich.
He works with horses.
Really? I love horses. I've got a bay mare.
No.
I ride it all the time.
It's all right that it's me, isn't it?
I don't have any choice.
It's true.
You are who you are, aren't you?
In a place like this.
I thought it would be worse.
She's got a bigger house, a better house.
Get out of town, kid, or I will shoot your fucking head off. Time's up!
Who's this?
Gentlemen, this is your cousin, Ollie's son, Michael.
Oh, I thought you already met me. I used to throw you out the window so John could catch you.
I used to put you in a shoebox and kick you down Waterford Lane.
You're here now, son. Welcome to the Shelby family.
Later on, we'll show you the ropes.
Yeah, we'll show you what's what.
He's going to be
Busy
scared.
now, eh?
Yeah.
Here he is, Mr. Inconspicuous.
Corporal Billy Kitchen. Bloody grand to see you. What did you do with your medals?
Threw him in the cut. Same as you. Yeah, Brummies did all right on our right.
Damn right.
I want you to be the head of a brigade, Bill. It'll be Brigadier Kitchen from now on. Go on, Bill. Round up any good men you can trust and put the word out. Black country boys and Blummy boys are on the same side again.
That'll be the bloody day.
Well, this is the bloody day.
Alright, so he's making deals. See what I mean? He's not stupid. He's recruiting so he can get his boating lanes open constantly. That's the thing that I'm picking up on, you know. He done it with Churchill, he's done it with this guy. They're trying to open up all avenues to get the products through. It's quite smart. That's why they're recruiting in certain sections.
Sir.
Well, he said you own this place. Said you own lots of different businesses.
You call her Polly or Mum?
Can't get used to calling her mum yet.
You want to stay?
Well, I've only just arrived.
I'm 18 in a few weeks. I'll make up my own mind.
I'm going to tell her you're getting the next train home. And when you get there, I'm going to write a letter to Polly saying when you're 18, you come back here and sort things out.
I've just told you. I'll make up my own mind.
Oh, this is decent. He's trying to do the right thing, didn't
You know
he?
what we do? You got smart eyes. But you're young, so you think what we do is all right.
In my village, there's this little wishing well. Everybody says how pretty it is. I'll spend another day in that village. I'm going to blow it up with dynamite.
You're Polly's son, all
Ain't it? He's definitely one of them. He's definitely one.
Name?
Abbey Heath.
Abbey Heath. Profession?
Baker.
Let out. Fuck off. Next lad. Name?
Bonnie Halls.
Bonnie Halls. Right. Profession?
Baker.
Name?
Billy Kitchen.
Billy Kitchen. Occupation?
Head Baker.
Let me show you, mate. Never give power to the big man, would I tell you? Never give power to the big man.
Anyone asks, that's what you do. You're bakers. Don't touch any of the bread. It'll most likely explode.
I haven't even seen any bread.
He'll wake up. Granted, he won't have any teeth left, but he will be a wiser man for it. And the last thing he will remember is your funny little joke. What? There were fucking rules here, yeah? The distinction between bread and rum, yeah, is not discussed. Anything, right, that your superior officer say to you, yeah? Not discussed! You do not go anywhere near them, because Jewish women for you are off the fucking menu. Oh, that's it, yeah. Oh. Forgive me, I interrupted you.
Yo, he's scary. What a good actor.
Get him out of here. Make this fucking work.
You better be fucking soldiers! You're a fucking disgrace!
See, do you know what I love about acting is that scene was so simple. They was all just stood there and he had one person at the front screaming at them all. But like, you might think that that's dead easy, but it's not. It's not easy. It's like everybody's got to stay silent. One person's got to pop off in front of all them people. Now, if you go downstairs or if you go out and you go to your friend's house or whatever's, and just try and do a tiny bit of acting like that in front of him and try and feel not embarrassed or, you know, like try and keep a straight face or be serious and stay in character. Yes, I know it's their professional job, but what I'm saying is just absolute talent. That's what it is. I just look at it all the time and think, that is good acting. And just like Cillian Murphy, he had to just stand there and let him act. And then when he was finished, he was just like, pick him up. make it work. You know what I mean? And then the other person then started going, saying, "Get out, come on!" So it's good, man. Honestly, it's good acting. And Polly's son, definitely one of the Shelbys. Definitely, you know, Polly's son. You can see it as well, man. He's already like disobeying, kind of like Tommy. He's showing that he's got a bit of balls to him. You know, it's decent.
You've got a key.
Could do with some paint, aye?
Yeah. When I decide.
I've got £800 left in the Shelby Property Fund, and I need someone down here to look for suitable properties.
You know, I give advice down at the library. Families thrown on the street. It's men like you we're fighting. There are always men outside.
They're there to keep you safe.
No, there are others. They look like coppers.
Well, they're on your side as well.
Don't have a fucking side.
They do. Yes, you do.
I mean, she knows that he loves her so much, mate. But also, she could be the one to take him on the straight and narrow as well, with a different mindset. Nice house, that, though. You still see those white and black striped paints near where I live, in somebody else's.
Thought we could spend the week here. No, get to know each other. I ring this bell. Watch.
Yes, madam?
I think we'd like some tea.
Cleaning job's gone. Vacancies filled.
Oh, she's a...
I have come to clean away some dirt. You killed my son. You beat him and beat him and beat him.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
I've come to stop you because the coppers and nobody else will.
Oh, that gone up.
Do it! Fucking do it!
Proper old school, that one, innit, mate? Absolute old school revolver.
We got a fund. For you, you'll get paid weekly. And I won't bring back your son.
Somebody has got to stop you people.
You can understand where she's coming from, though. Her son's a son. No amount of money in the world can replace him. Do you know what I mean? It is true, mate.
4 boatloads tomorrow.
Can't put a price on her life.
Business is good.
I want another pound a boat.
Done.
You don't even fight me anymore.
Because he gets too much.
And it's no sport getting through the Black Country with this truce.
Can't believe he's still got a picture in his wallet. Creepy, man.
Are there any other Irishmen lodging in this house?
No, Mr. Campbell.
Is there a cafe nearby? Sells chops, lamb or pork?
There is a chop house 2 streets away.
Our scheduled meeting is not until Sunday.
Sorry to bring it forward. All my demands have been met.
Yes, we had a meeting and your letter was read aloud. As a matter of fact, there was quite a lot of hilarity at the meeting. The gentlemen all found it quite funny. We will discuss our business on the agreed day at the allotted time.
The lodgings chosen for you by the police department. Well, your landlady used to run the most famous whorehouse in Stetchford. Told you in the spirit of friendship and cooperation.
Your real name?
Harold Hancock.
Profession? You say something like umbrella mender, and we decide you're lying, and then we arrest you. You were found in possession of betting slips, race cards, and ticket tape. No explanation for my possession of those items. Fill in the rest myself.
Come on, son.
You killed him, huh?
As I've explained, he's not easy to get at.
What do you want?
We heard from a guard at Winston Green Prison that one of their buggies has just been put inside.
Where's my dry cleaning?
It's been collected.
Who won the 350 at Kempton Park? What you don't know?
He didn't win. Yeah, he didn't win.
Regular customers betraying us for profit. You'd think they'd be loyal to us, but profit, you see.
We'll take no more bets on anything north of Toaster.
I gave you a job already.
And the job will be done. But meantime...
Meantime, fuck!
And what do you want us to do about the kid in the cage in Birmingham?
Why would you want me to say that out loud?
All right, I'll say it. We'll kill the Hancock's kid and send a message.
Y'all wanted to see me?
I know what you are. Take off your clothes. So it's true. Stop. You tell your friends in the police station that I know.
Yo, I do feel tight on this guy that's getting killed.
Howard Hancock. I'm not a blinder. I'm not a blinder. I've been stood up. I'm not real. I'm not real. I'm not real.
That's ruthless.
Last night, one of our men had his throat cut. This morning, I had a telegram saying it was Sabini who ordered it.
And it says here that Thomas Shelby's next.
Break a couple of windows, get yourselves arrested. And if our coppers get you into the green, you can find the bastards who did it.
Is that it? Can I go now?
Well, as company treasurer, I need your permission to spend 1,000 guineas. When we make our move on Sabini's racing pit, any men we get into the betting enclosure will be lifted by Sabini's police. A good racehorse is a passport to the owner's enclosure.
Did he say the derby?
The last 10 years, Sabini's made it his race. If we're going to take him down, might as well make it there, as a symbol.
Did you come up with this idea in a pub by any chance? I thought I told you to lock that door.
I used the key on the nail. Look, I've been listening. I want to go with them.
You see?
I love horses. I could even help.
Fucking no.
Back to work. Come on.
Livening up the mood again.
If you want to scare that kid away forever, carry on how you're going.
Christ, you look like your father.
What was he like?
He died drunk, squeezed between a boat and a lock. Real river gypsy's death. When he was sober, he was kind and gentle. He fell in with the wrong crowd when he was a boy. I have told them not to blow that horn.
It's like they're going to war. Look at that. It's a proper army van. Like, that's what it reminds you of anyway.
Polly made bloody sandwiches.
What's this teddy bear's fucking picnic?
All right, we will drink the tea, we will eat the sandwiches, and then we will drive on. All right?
Have a little picnic break, man.
When the horse comes up, I will do the bidding. I've already registered my interest with the auctioneer.
I wonder who this
Why
is.
do people come late to these things?
People come late because they know what they want. It's only you who needs to see every horse.
Gonna go over 1,000 dinner, I reckon. Bet he does.
850, 1,100, 1,200, 1,700, thank you.
It's a lot now.
You don't have it in your belt.
Yes, I do.
2,000, 2,000. Sold to Mr.
Thomas Shelby.
I'm curious. What is your business, Mr. Shelby?
Import-export. I also sell pegs and tell fortune.
See,
Beat us to it.
he paid double for the horse as well, didn't he?
Did I?
I was trying to nab a filly for my stud. Well, before you go, if you ever decided to put that filly out, I'd be interested in having her.
Plan to race her. We're no different people, I would guess.
My father knows Mick Hancock, trained 3 Ascot winners.
Oh, so that was your father.
So will you consider me?
I will consider you.
Tommy, maybe she was something bad I had the feeling about.
Ah, she looks all right to me, Curly.
Thomas Shelby.
He's ruthless Arthur, isn't he? Bit off his ear.
Still breathing. Don't get blood on the kid.
Right, I've got to say, do you know what I mean? Right, we have to say it. That is the shittest place that they could have tried to get Tommy. He didn't even try and get him on his own. Like, I'm not being funny, but he walks around Birmingham on his own. Like, I know that it's in his territory and there's people around there. And yeah, he does have eyes on the streets and he probably has people in his pocket. But there's a chance you can easily... Right, he had more chance of walking in the garrison with Tommy just stood there having a drink at the bar and shooting him than in that situation there. He had really no backup. It was just him. There was like 6 of the Peaky Blinders around him. As soon as he pulled his gun out, it was pulled away straight away by somebody else. Like, that was the worst play. Like, he was moaning to his boss before, Sabini, that he hasn't had the right opportunities. A well-protected, heavily guarded man. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like... you try and attack him in a well-protected area. Now, yes, Tommy was on his own, but if you're going to attack someone, you don't even announce it. You know who Tommy is, yeah? You just shoot and run, you know? As soon as he's walking past, you pop up, shoot him. Like, you don't get your gun out, Tommy, you know what I mean? The guy's, like, announcing it, and then everybody just attacked it. Did he die? Was he the one that... or the one that Arthur's just beat up and left bloodied on the floor? Was that somebody else? I feel like there was 2 of him there. Both didn't do anything. I thought that was a terrible play from that guy, to be honest. Like, he was trying to obviously say to Sabini he was waiting for the right opportunity, and then he picked the wrong opportunity, like massively wrong opportunity.
So, how'd it go?
It was cold in the van, but it was super. What an amazing one.
He's old and he's stupid and he's hungry and he's so...
I was going to say then, straight on the phone the same night. Interesting, she definitely made an impression. Now, what is going to be good for Tommy and Arthur and obviously John and the crew is knowing that obviously Polly's son has not gone and exposed what they've just done, you know. He was calm enough, collected to be the driver, you know. Tommy's like, you say nothing, you know, don't get blood on you. He's like, mate, I'm chill, me, you know. You need a driver? I'm cool, I can still drive. And then he's obviously come back and, like I say, he's not exposed it. Yeah, it was a great day, everything was fine, all the boys were good, they accepted me, I really enjoyed it. Did they get into any trouble? No, Mum, they didn't. And it's like, straight away, they're like, get in there, mate. This guy, maybe he can be trusted. Maybe we can get him in there. And do you know what? I thought he's made a good impression. It's his first episode properly that he's been in. I've actually liked him. I do like when we bring new characters in, to be honest. Not that, like, it needs it. But it's more like, I like when something that's a big, tight-knit thing that has trust issues, like, expands it and somebody's actually willing to take part as much as them. Does that make sense? So, like, they're so close together and paranoid that everybody else is against them that they never accept any outsiders. Now, obviously, this is Polly's son, so they're giving him a chance, but it might not go right. But when he does come in and he shows that he's loyal and shows that he's part of them and he wants to be one of them, it's great to see. I really like it. So, it sounds like, to me, anyway, that, is it called the Derby? All the big boys go there. Sabini said that, did he say Churchill or the King was there last year? What better way to take his empire down is by beating him at this big key race while everybody's there. You know, basically they said that something, they're going to go there and they expect the police to get rid of, say, like all of the Peaky Blinders on the ground, and it'll deter the focus away from them kind of going into the box with the big boys while they got a horse actually running. The police would be, you know, scrambling whether to, like, look in their direction or this direction, and it's going to open the gates and the opportunity. And like you say, Sabini's come has absolutely killed a guy in prison or jail, whatever you want to call it, and he's only in there for one night. He was doing a job for Tommy for £5, and they've gone and killed him. Tommy's obviously had to get a couple more people arrested and get put inside. I like how he addressed it, actually. It was pretty good how he said, look, people are not going to want to work for us if they know that when they get put in the slammer, pretty much we can't protect them. So we need to get a couple of you guys in there. We need to show that we're running this place. We need to pay a couple of the police off. We need to look for the guys that have done it. And we need to stamp our authority down. You know, we need to make people know that if they are inside, they are protected. That is good. I never thought about that, but now it's been said, I'm like, that is very clever. It makes total sense, and it does make sense. And it's just a great way of, like, thinking and making sure that people are staying on your side. So, again, another good episode, lots of action, and he's thinking about calling that girl. Maybe he gets with her, who knows? It seems like they was getting a bit of a connection going. She's asking, you still not told me what you're doing? He's like, I don't need to, you already know I'm a bad man. And obviously you got all the boys in the back. They're all whistling and making noises, you know, taking a mick, really. They're just saying that because she's a rich girl, she just wants, like, a working class man. Who knows, though? Maybe she actually is interested in him, in the business and everything. Like I said, people that you don't trust and then you give them a chance and they come in and show that they were there. I like it. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Hopefully, guys did enjoy it. So, Tommy has acquired a horse. Paid double, mate. He asked, you know, he did ask Polly for 1,000 and it seems like he's had to pay 2 grand. Now, some woman, you know, I don't know who she's really working for, but she was bidding for it without the real intention of actually even wanting it. She was just intrigued to find out who Tommy was and, like, you know, kind of like engage with him. Now, obviously, she's saying that she's a trainer. Well, her dad is, and she's saying it's kind of like a family joint business, and she's giving him his card, which obviously it looks like he's going to give her a call at the end, because if he is wanting to go and take down Sabini and he is wanting to go and win at the Derby, then he's going to have a horse that is able to actually run, take bets, and actually win. So he's going to have to get a trainer. He said that he's got people in mind, but he probably hasn't, because obviously this is the first time he's done it. You know, he said he's got to expand his portfolio. He's been investing in property. He's obviously doing the races. He needs to obviously win and diversify with assets like a horse. So I like how he said that. It makes sense. Like I said, I like the introduction of Polly's son, to be honest. I thought he had a good episode, showing that he's loyal and willing to take part. And obviously when Tommy was like, you're going home, I didn't go home. Do you know what I mean? He's gone, and he's shown that he's probably from a rich background, to be honest. He said that he rides horses. He kind of acknowledged that he's had maids before. He'd get used to it. You know, Polly seemed a bit awkward ringing the bell. Also, he said that he's obviously been, like I said, to auctions and stuff with his family. So the guy looks like he's from a wealthy background, and it could be pretty beneficial for Tommy when he's venturing into these different avenues. Now, is Tom Hardy, is he called Alfie? Now, it's interesting. They're all gone to work for this Alfie. They've gone in there. They're all bakers, every one of them. They got a head baker. Didn't really like it, did they? He was saying, I told Tommy, you never have like a head baker or whatever. And then when they're in there and they're talking about it, somebody made a comment about, you know, we're all bakers and I'm not seeing no bread. That's it, mate. It kicked him off. He didn't end up hitting this guy. Me, who said it. He hit the guy next to me. I suppose that's quite clever, actually, because, I don't know, say, like, people were willing to take a bit of pain themselves, but knowing that you can cause an action to somebody else and hurt them, maybe a friend, or obviously like you have to watch your mouth because people will be targeting you then. Do you know what I mean? Like if you do something and you hurt them, they might come after you again. So technically like it's like 2 hits in one. So I kind of like how he actually hit somebody else, not the person that made the comment. And he was saying obviously with bakers, don't bake bread, we're in the rum business. You know what I mean? And it's like there's so many rules. Rule number 1, don't talk. You know, rule number 2, don't say anything about the rum. Rule number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, do not sleep with the Jewish. Now, what's interesting is I think somebody somewhere down the line is going to sleep with the Jewish, and then we're going to see some crazy action, mate. Honestly, it's going to be mad. Now, Tommy was nearly killed at the end. Well, nearly. You see, I'm saying that like literally in quotation marks, really, because the guy got nowhere near him. The guy stood up in the middle of that little arena where they are showing off the horses, and it was like slow motion. Everybody managed to grab him and jump onto him. He's been moaning about to Sabini this whole time that he can't take him out because he's looking for the right opportunity, waiting for him on his own, waiting for that, you know, nobody's around him, and they attacked him in a big open play. Maybe he was panicking because obviously he's getting the pressure put on him, but panicked in a big station and didn't hit him, didn't get caught. Tommy's crew obviously beat him up. And yeah, it's just a total failure. But I like I said, that Polly's son's gone back and didn't expose any of it. So it's really good. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.